skip test, if you break it down.
Come up.
Mr. Cordova, where are you? There you go. I just went over them. If you break it down, there's 5 that were missed at the time, but picked up 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, all passes. There's no fails ever. There's 5. Most of those are at 12 a.m., which.
Oh, no.
Well, I think you'll see that the 8 a.m. one was perfectly fine after that 12 a.m. miss. And this happens a lot with these things. They fall asleep and they don't do the test. But I think if you look at 8 a.m., that's going to be a pass. There's no fails.
Of course it's going to be a pass. How many hours have passed? No. So you are not blowing like you're supposed to. You miss a midnight blow and then you blow again at 8 in the morning, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Right. There's 5 times in the 2 months where that happened. Excuse me. Yes, 5 times. And he brought the machine in on his own July 24th because there was some issue with it. And so you wanted to make sure it was, so instead of, yeah.
Say it again.
So we bought the device and we had problems with the July 24th. So this could still start in August.
I'm not linking that. I'm just telling the court that there's clearly an intent to follow the court's rules.
But there's not, though, because he's skipping tests.
I understand, and I know that happens, and that's not acceptable, but I just want the court to realize that out of the 10 that are alleged, you can see that he took it very quickly thereafter and passed. So I would proffer to the court that that's probably what happened with these other missed tests, that he just didn't wake up to catch it 30 minutes later.
What times are the skip tests and then the retests, Rachel?
Okay, so the first skip test was August 28th.
Okay.
He skipped at 12 a.m. He tested and passed at 12:38. The next one skipped at 8 p.m., passed at 8:30. These next 3 are all skipped and there was no retest. So August.
Mr. Cordova, I'm not done with that. He skipped the test and he never retested.
Right.
Yes.
So
5 of them he retested, 5 of them he did not retest.
Right.
Guess what happens now? Guess, Mr. Cordova. Sorry?
No.
What is it?
Said I wouldn't know, sir.
When you violate conditions of your bond, what happens, Mr. Cordova? And you violate them over and over and over and over and over again, and you don't retest. Good things don't happen when you skip. That leads me to believe one thing has happened. That's what it does. Goes with you?
Can we set this for a bond hearing, Your Honor?
Sure.
Can we do that like in 2 days, 3
Sure.
days? Okay, we'll do that.
Absolutely. Good morning, sir.
Yes, señor. Buenos días. Good
Sir,
morning.
you were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. That's not a very appropriate shirt that you're wearing for court, sir. The word revenge, really?
Palabra venganza, de veras.
Just complainant and defendant are married with a 2-year-old. On September 8th, 2024, officer was dispatched to a family disturbance. Complainant observed defendant to be drunk. Complainant and defendant got into a verbal argument over him being drunk while the complainant was laying on bed with their son on her left side. The defendant grabbed her right arm with his left hand and her left arm with his right hand, trying to get the phone from her, causing pain. The phone then fell out of the complainant's hand. The complainant tried to grab the phone, but the defendant pulled her hair back with both hands, causing pain, causing her to fall on the baby. The officer observed the complainant's right arm to have a light red mark and bruises. The officer observed the defendant to have red bloodshot eyes and a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant.
Any prior criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Butztuel, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What is your status in this country? Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso. Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr.
Si usted va a la
Boots?
cárcel,
I want you to think about this. You're not in this country with permission. So what happens if you go to jail?
si usted va a la cárcel. I don't know.
Immigration will find you because they sweep it every couple hours. And if they find you, they'll put a detainer on you. If they put a detainer on you, you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration. And then you'll be deported. However, it will take around 9 months for all that to play out. So if you do not want that to happen, then you must follow the conditions I put on you now. I don't care what your excuse is. You violate these conditions, into jail you will go. You will not get any more PR bonds. The first thing I'm ordering you to do is not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you consume any alcohol whatsoever from any source, you will go to jail. I'm also ordering you now. Do we know if she wants to have contact?
Your Honor, let me see if the RIF has been done. The RIF has not been done.
Yeah, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. That is Brenda Jeanette Levia de Martinez. You are not allowed to have contact with her whatsoever for any reason. A protective order has been issued in this case, and I would suggest that you get to know it, because if you violate this court order or you violate my order now, into jail you will go, and I will make your bond extremely high.
Su fianza extremadamente alta.
Do you understand? You will not get any more warnings from us.
La advertencia de parte de nosotros.
For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, I'll have you get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then we'll just have you waiting back for your lawyer, sir. Heed this warning. You will not get another one. Mind filing no contact and no weapons, please, guys. Oh, good call. No. You tell me in about 5 minutes if it's good. It's a morning, but I don't know if it's good. You tell me in 5 minutes if it's good. Mr. Green, you now stand charged with a new case. You were on bond for driving while intoxicated. You now have picked up interference with emergency request for assistance, and that is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing now a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 6, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, at 8506 West Highlands Crossing, officer was dispatched to a residence where he spoke to the complaining witness, the father of the defendant. Complaining witness stated the defendant had a verbal argument with him about not being able to speak a different language. Complaining witness stated the argument began to escalate and he wanted to call the police. Complaining witness stated the defendant grabbed his cell phone, stopping him from calling the police. Complaining witness had to drive his vehicle to the fire station approximately half a mile to call for law enforcement.
All this because who wanted to speak a different language?
It said the defendant wanted to speak a different language, I believe, with the complaining witness.
I don't think I've heard something as silly as this in a long time. Mr. Green, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Guess what happens now? Guess. Let me ask you this, Mr. Green. Is it a good morning? Nope. All I asked you to do is stay out of trouble. You've now picked up a new case. So I'm revoking your bond on the DWI, and I'm keeping you with me. It goes with you. You don't have to be the bearer of bad news. Come on. I want you to understand, Mr. Leon, that I'm not happy with you. The only reason we're doing this here is because you're avoiding jail time because you did a test or you're supposed to take a test and you know it's showing up. And I want you to understand for the last 2 to 3 years, you've been a very violent and unbecoming person to Harris County. We're not going to take it at all. I will do everything in my power to protect my county, my town for as long as I can. And if that means locking you up for 6 months, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. You will be required to pay the surcharges in this case. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit your butt in jail for 1 day. Your surcharges are going to amount to around $3,500. So guess how much jail time you're going to be sitting if it's not paid. I am not waiving it in your case because, quite frankly, do you deserve it? Do you?
I don't think so, sir.
Right. You know, I like to be nice and I like to help people when they really, really deserve it because it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. But you have 2 assaults of a family member. You have a felony discharging of a firearm. Now you have a DWI where you're constantly testing positive for dope or alcohol. No, it's time to come to pay the piper. And if you don't, you're going to be doing a hell of a lot of time in jail. It has nothing to do with Joe. It has nothing to do with them. It has to do with me. And I want you to understand, we're not going to take it here anymore. And I will do everything in my power to protect every person. And if that means locking you up for 6 months, I'm going to do it. That's it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Get a clue because we're done. All I'm asking, our streets to be safe. No more assaults, no more firing arms, killing people on the highway. It's over. That's all we want. Good luck.
May I say something, Judge?
Sure.
I do want to say thank you for you helping me through the fear of going through the veteran affairs and seeking help.
I don't like to be angry and I don't like to be a mean person because that's not me. You know, my character is such that I like to get along with everybody. I don't like to fight with people. And I really despise it, you know, because you never know when you burn a bridge when you're going to have to cross that bridge. I don't like it. And all we want you to do here is to think twice when you're out there in the public, because God forbid you make a move that you can't dig yourself out of the hole. Because if you have a gun, if you have some other device, a 4,000-pound device that can maim someone, God forbid you really do everlasting damage where if you kill yourself, great, but not anyone else, man. You know, it's not fair to everybody else. The veterans, and they will help you with whatever help you need. And if you need any other help, we can do it as well. We can help you. We've got services. You know, I can appoint you a lawyer, you know, and I'm willing to give you any help that you need. And all you have to do is ask. You're walking out of here today, but I don't want you to do 25 years. I don't want you to do 50 years. And what's going on with you now, something's happening. And if you can't recognize it, and if you can't get a hold of it, then God help us all. You know, I mean, 2 assaults, you know, a felony disorderly conduct with a firearm, now a DWI, you got to see it. Something's happening. What? Are you angry? Or what are you angry about? What's gotten a hold of you? That's I don't know.
We have a session coming up with the veterans, right?
Yes, I have
appointments that, you know, you asked him to make. He's got those appointments. He's going to make them. So
What are you doing? Tell me.
I got it was a mental health evaluation.
Okay.
And I got blood work done. And I just got a call from the Veteran Affairs. It was for the PTSD and whatnot to proceed on
Why
that.
did we do this plea today?
PTSD. That's
Why
what
did
he
we do
wanted
this?
to do. He
But-
wanted to do it for him.
Were you going to test positive for something that you shouldn't have? Yeah. You know, mind over matter. You can get over it. It's mind over matter, right? You can with the right help. You can't run forever. You just can't. Something is going to take, something is going to give. It's going to be either your mind, it's going to be your body. You'll put your lungs to sleep. You'll give yourself a heart attack, cardiac arrest. You can't keep with that type of, how old are you now?
33.
33. You're not 18. Once you hit my age, Joe's age, your body's not the temple that it used to be. You can't keep doing that hardcore crap anymore. Because I'm telling you, you have but one body. And if you don't treat it really well, it's going to give out on you on an early age. I mean, how many people have we seen that have gone down the tubes at a really early age just because they keep doing stuff they shouldn't? I mean, I was talking with my, last night I was watching The Blues Brothers. You ever watch that movie? You've never seen The Blues Brothers? Oh my Lord, where the hell have you been? Watch it. It has a guy by the name of John Belushi. This guy was just freaking incredible. Started out in Saturday Night Live, right? The actor was just phenomenal, just great. And he cut his life short because he's doing a speedball at like 33 years of age, right? He's doing cocaine, he's doing heroin, and his heart gave up on him. And we lost someone who was freaking great, and how many people does it happen to? Your body's not going to last forever. I'll make you a deal. Because to me, I don't give a crap about the money. I don't. If you do well with treatment and you show me that you keep up with it, and I see negative tests, I will take all these fines and fees off of you. But I have to know that you're not using. I will not waive anything from you ever if you're using. But if you can show me that you have negative drug tests, right? And I want it from like a legitimate source, like Quest Diagnostic, not from Punkus City Labs where you can buy a drug test. But if you show me on a consistent basis that you are negative, I will kill the $3,500. But I got to know that you're doing it, you're legitimate, that you're getting care through the VA. And if you do that, to me, I don't care about the money. It's about seeing results. And what you've done with us now, you've done nothing good. As far as I can see. I don't know what you've done out there, but no one has brought me anything here of anything great that you've done. That is what makes me feel good. Knowing that you are trying to better yourself. And if you better yourself and you show it to me, because I'm not going to take your word for it. If you show it to me, I'll kill the money. But I'm going to tell you now, if you do nothing in your life and you don't pay this money, you're going to be sitting out $3,000. How much, Trey?
$3,420.
$3,420, $100 a day in jail. So you can imagine how much time you're going to be sitting in custody. One way or the other, you're going to pay with me, son. One way or the other. But like I said, the deal is if you can show me that you're getting treatment, that you've got negative drug tests, I'll kill the money from you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Deal?
Yes, sir.
Got the keys to the jail cell. Joe, I love and respect you, but I can't do this. Not with what I've seen. I've now given you an incentive to try to better yourself. $3,400 I will kill for you. All I'm asking you to do is better yourself. That's all I want. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?